There's a Viking museum down here as well, just under the arch to the left. It's called Dublin, and that's also, I think you have to pay there, but it's like Dublin was founded by the Vikings. The Viking visitors we had were Norwegian, yeah? And they were here for 200 or 300 years. St. Patrick's Cathedral down there on the left, now that is quite an amazing building. Again, you should drop in there if you get a chance. It's down there about 500 metres. We do metric here, by the way, so feet and inches don't really count for me.
No.
This church here is about St. Udens. This is it's about 700 years old, so it's not really old enough to talk about. But it's a Polish at this stage. It's a Polish Catholic church.
You were singing the whole time.
So I'm just going to find out a few places we'll go to. When this was the outer part of the city. This was the fortification wall just there.
Oh.
Now if you're into live music venues, on your left here, this is where I don't know who's playing there at the moment, but it's a good night out if you're not so much Irish music, more temporary rock and roll. Vicar Street, it's called. Definitely worth dropping in. You know? Just check it out and see who's playing. They have a 9,000-year lease on the property now.
Wow.
And if you haven't been to the
All this is owned by Guinness.
Test or Guinness store, it's okay. I'm not going to promote alcohol or Guinness or anything, but it is worth a visit to see it. Just in here on the left. It's down here on the left past. These gates here are photographed. They just continuously change. 1759. That's when that was opened. So Guinness has owned all this property around. It's worth a visit. You can even pull your own pint. Lewis's handy, jump in and jump off of. It's cheap enough as well.
Wish you could comment on their reviews. Right. Block out the reflection.
A little bit of modern architecture used. This here, they're building there. It's a new children's hospital. And it is probably the most expensive hospital in Europe, and it's still not finished. It's spent over $1.5 billion
Oh my gosh.
euros so far. Now we're going to come up to one of my favourite places in Dublin, and it's hard to get tickets because if you haven't pre-booked it, it is kind of difficult to get into it. But if you land up here between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning, to release maybe 100 tickets for the day. Yeah, you can pay at the entrance, but otherwise it's a 2-week, 3-week booking. waiting list. And it's I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like Kilmainham Jail. It was a prison, and it's a lot of historical reasons why it's important for Ireland. It was where the 1916 revolutionaries were executed, and it was where a lot of the people that were put on the ships to Australia and America were brought from here. And that's people these are poor people that had, robbed the turnip in the field and stuff like that, yeah. But it is worth seeing, Kilmainham prison, yeah. And my grandfather he was in there as well. And he wasn't a tour guide. He was in there. He was actually in there in 1922. He was arrested he was in the IRA, and he was captured there boarding the custom house, which is down the Keys.
Wow.
And he went in under an alias name because his brother Frank, he was executed about 3 months previously.
Oh no.
And he is buried in Glasnevin Cemetery. But Frank he was only 18, he was a medical student, and he got captured. And he was his crime was rebellion against the king or something. Bullshit.
Wow.
But that's Kilmainham, you just see the top of there. That is really worth visiting. Because I'm not going to make no apologies, I am Irish to the bone, Republican to the bone, that's it. But I won't get into any political stuff other than that. Barry asked me probably.
We went to Belfast yesterday and it was very interesting.
Okay, you were up at the Giant's Causeway?
Yes.
And then, I was up
And
there.
we did the Black Taxi tour.
No, there you go. That was definitely.
It was very interesting.
Yeah. And you got to see the Peace Wall,
Yes.
the Falls Road, Divis Street, and Shankill, and all this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, those guys are on those tours. They are ex-prisoners.
Yes.
And,
Oh,
They
really?
told us that before, yeah.
Yeah, no, they are. That's what they are.
Yeah.
Again, like what they do with the black taxis up there, you can. It's either or either. It can be, if you want a Republican view, you'll get a Republican view. And if you want a Unionist loyalist, you'll get that as well. Or maybe the Swatcher, or I don't know, I forget. But I do political tours of the north. It just gives you a little bit more understanding of what it's about.
Yes. It did.
Why it's about.
Yes.
I'm going to play you Joe McDonald later on. Did you ever hear that song?
No. You should play it.
I will play it. You're going to get your hankies out though. Yeah, Joe McDonald, I'll remember that later on. And the Titanic, did you go to see the Titanic?
No, because it was an option to do either the Titanic or the Black Taxi tours.
Yeah, I think you picked the maybe.
Yes,
Right.
I think so too.
Like,
I'll go watch the movie if I
Yeah, no, like
Titanic.
Titanic was and is tragic. There's no doubt about it. But there's
Yes.
a lot of stuff they don't tell you about Belfast.
Yes.
It's kind of a sanitized Disneyland version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it is the expedition centre in Belfast for the Titanic. It is worth going to see.
It did look cool, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting enough.
I did one in Vegas for the Titanic, so I'm like, I think
That's
I
what our
got what
tour
I
guide
needed.
was like.
I'm from
there are
Vegas,
other
so-
there are other Titanic museums throughout the world.
There are.
They're not
the one in
like
Las
Black
Vegas, I
Taxi
thought. I'd love to
tours.
see
Yeah.
that.
We went to Canada.
There's one in Canada.
Saw the grave.
Oh yeah, a lot of immigrants died in Canada.
Yeah.
There's an actual along the quays there is doctors on it, and there wasn't a lot of people died on it obviously, but it wasn't like the coffin ships where half the people died were just dropped off in Canada or wherever, you know. Jenny Johnson, that's worth visiting.
I'm doing New Grange tomorrow, and same Molly Malone statue meetup.
Where do you go?
To New Grange.
Yeah, and the
Ron,
Celtic tour.
oh, yeah.
I'm actually doing that Saturday and Sunday. Again, it's more the spirituality, pre-Christian.
It's older than the
Celtic.
pyramids. I'm like, I gotta see this.
Yeah, it is. but it was the spiritual centre of Ireland, pre-Christian, pre-Celtic. It's going back 3,000 and 4,000 years. Actually, I think the one in Newgrange, it's like 5,000 years old.
I can't remember the people before the Celts that were there.
Picts.
The pig, yeah, the Picts, and that's where like all the fairy stuff came out.
Picts were from Scotland.
Yeah, it was something
They're
like
kind
that.
of like
I think it starts with a T, but I can't remember. But yeah, they were before the Celtics got there. But yeah, where the fairies and all that.
Yeah, like I like that Celtic tour. Is it with this company?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I have to double check.
The Hill of Tara it was the spiritual centre of Ireland. So that's basically, we're just going out through Cahir, which is like the working class area of Dublin, or like suburbia, and we'll be on the motorway in 5 or 10 minutes. Okay. We haven't seen today's rain yet. I don't know where it's going to pop up, but it will pop up somewhere.
As long as it doesn't pop up on my head, I'm happy.
Guaranteed, man.
I know. When I was planning my trip, I'm like, Lord, please give me nice sunny days. I've seen photos of people in nice sunny days. Can I have one of those? And
There you go.
then I checked the forecast, and every single day was cloudy, 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 cloudy.
Like the climate here it's mild and wet, and it's heavily influenced from the Gulf Stream and Atlantic.
We've been surprised though, because the
clears
weather
up at
will
least.
say it'll be like I told her once. I was like, oh no, I was like, it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy all day. Don't bring your sunglasses. And the sun just like blared out.
Oh, I
multiple
purposely
times.
didn't bring my visor hat.
Yeah.
I bought 3 of them, and I was like, which one I'm going to
reverse
take with me? And I didn't bring any of them. And then the sun came out yesterday.
No,
I had no
like-
sunglasses on and no visor.
And it's not like it's a hide and seek game.
It's a hide and seek, yeah.
But one of the like we have no extreme weather. We don't have tornadoes, hurricanes,
Yeah.
or earthquakes, or anything like that. It rains. That's it. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's why it's so green.
That's why it's so green. It's also so green because of the lime that's in the land area. Limestone, the soil. It is. That's why the beef or lamb in Ireland is exceptionally good. There's no GM anything. It's pure natural, and the cattle and the sheep are out.
Yeah.
The grass is like the biggest crop in Ireland, agriculture wise. It's not barley or wheat. It's grass. 80% of the arable land in Ireland is grass, and that's why it's that's how it is.
Same with my family's from Argentina, and the same with the Pampas, and they're just out there and eating and
Yeah.
being free.
Being free. Yeah, there's quite a. I don't know. Is there a lot of Argentinian meat in Ireland? Not really, to be honest.
Well, you don't need it. You have your
Don't
own.
need it, no, but it's not. But it's again, the Irish beef is better.
I don't know. I've had some amazing asados.
I accept that challenge. I'll show you where to get the proper steaks.
I'll be your tour guide in Buenos Aires, and I'll take you to a good asado.
Yeah, we did get Argentinian. Last week there was a few Argentinians. Like the thing is, you get people from everywhere. All over
Yeah,
the world.
yeah.
Like even the Americans that come here, they're not all Irish Americans. They're far from it. In the past, there would have been like the connection between Ireland and the States is strong. There's no doubt about it. But all the Americans that come here aren't Irish Americans.
Of course not.
It's kind of like it goes beyond that. The red cow. Good steakhouse.
What is it?
It's just a hotel steakhouse.
Hmm?
It's a steakhouse.
Oh, it's a steakhouse.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
a hotel. And
Oh, nice.
it's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to show you one on the
Let's
way out
see.
here. Where none of you are gonna. Anybody gonna hire cars to do it? No.
Hire cars? No.
No.
I want to be able to look out the window and just the joy.
Yeah. That seat was reserved for you, isn't it?
I was contemplating it,
Nah,
but then I
you-
thought, I have to drive on the other side of the road. The roads are tiny and narrow, and
Yeah.
I wanna
your survival
enjoy.
instinct kicked in.